Hey guys, this is Jason, and what we got for you today is probably one of the last videos I'm going to be doing at this location. We're in the process of moving, so thumbs up. Let's hope that happens and we make it a quick process. But in the meantime, what I do have for you is a further review on this 37-ton nothstar wood splitter. Now, I ran into a couple of problems that I think primarily were engineering flaws in the process of making one of these wood splitters. It's the same kind of problem that you're going to run into with every wood splitter, and primarily I just wanted to, because when I buy things I like to look for reviews on YouTube, I wanted to review my wood splitter, if you will, after the fact, after splitting wood and discovering problems with the wood splitter itself. Now, I still like the wood splitter, but I'm going to show you a couple of things that I ran into. Alright, now primarily I've split about, the stack behind that is what we primarily did, and that's about 3.5 cords. We still got all this wood to split, and what's going on, and it's still going on, is this pump is too big for this machine. You have only got 9 gallons at your very best. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, when I filled this thing up, I only got about 8.5. You have only got 8.5 You've only got 8.5 gallons of hydraulic fluid in this machine. And what the problem was is, in the middle of this reservoir there's a baffle, and what that primarily is just there's a big block from here to here. So you got like about a finger length where this hydraulic fluid can get over to that hydraulic fluid. And what I was noticing is this thing gets hot. This thing gets red hot. And what happens when a hydraulic piston, if any of you guys know anything about hydraulics, gets red hot, is all your seals and everything melts in your hydraulic pistons. So what you're seeing is a little addition that I've put on there. I actually bought another hydraulic reservoir, but that's what I had to do to keep the machine cool. And let me just say this, guys, that I do not recommend that anybody by any means goes out and does this. What I've done, I'm comfortable in fabricating products. I have no problem with the process of hydraulics, so I was comfortable with this quick fix. Now, I don't recommend that anybody do this by any means. This is something that I did because I found that this product was not up to par with my standards. Now, you take that for what you will, but that's just what I wanted to say in recognition of this machine. It's a good machine, but this is a 16-gallon pump, and it comes standard every day. You order it right from the factory with 8.5 gallons of hydraulic fluid. 8.5 gallons of hydraulic fluid circulating through a 16-gallon pump, that creates heat in its own. So this 5-gallon addition is just a way that I figured would prolong detrimental effects of the heat. This gets way too hot, and so does everything else, in my opinion. I've actually just bought, after using this machine for a whole day, a 13-gallon pump, and I'm going to see if that cools things down. Now even this guy's hot to the touch. It's pretty hot. It's getting real hot. I mean, I made a little progress. Split about a half a cord. But even that, without that addition, that little hydraulic reservoir, that additional 5 gallons, that would be so hot you could fry an egg. And for the purpose of this video, I mean, that's no good for your cylinders. A bucket full of beer?
Yeah, see the frost on the bottom of the bucket? How cold is that?
Pretty cold.
Put the gauge on.
Alright guys, this is, like I said, I've been splitting wood for about 45 minutes an hour. And we got a pretty good cord of wood right there, maybe even a cord and a half. Highly doubtful, about a cord, but that was the happenings of about an hour worth of running. Alright guys, this is for all you people who care out there. This is 45, maybe an hour freaking worth of split, not even half a tank of gas. And that's after all the upgrades that I made. This thing is already at 154.7 degrees. Now all you people who like to read, I'd like to see you read the limits of one of these cylinders. And that'll give you an idea why I put that extra 5 gallons of hydraulic fluid down there. And that is still too much for this 16-gallon pump. This is again the 37-ton nothstar $2,000 log splitter, and I would have liked to know that this stuff was going to happen. So guys, again, in conclusion, I mean, take it for what it's worth. With this thing being used for about 45 minutes and that being hot like that, if that 5-gallon addition hydraulic reservoir wasn't added to that machine right there, that thing would be way too hot in my opinion. I mean, is this thing well engineered? Is this a good little wood splitter? Am I going to keep it? You betcha. But I think I would have liked to know for my $2,000 that I can't use this machine with one whole tank of gas. And what I mean by that is I fill this tank up without all this addition, and this thing being so hot, with all us guys having wood splitters, you know when this stuff gets hot to shut it off and give it a rest, that it was going to be like that. I mean, I thought that that was a small little tank to begin with, but you know, that's my view from the couch, and hey, you guys take it for what it's worth. Okay then, take it easy.